Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking the absolute blueprint for modernizing logistics. We're going to look really closely at how the fuel delivery industry is completely transforming its operations for 2026 and beyond. So if you're curious about how traditional heavy asset industries are leveraging digital transformation to unlock massive scale, well, you are in exactly the right place. To put into perspective why this transformation is so absolutely crucial right now, we really just have to look at the numbers. The global on-demand fuel delivery market is projected to reach a staggering $18.6 billion by the year 2030. The stakes here are just massive. This isn't some niche service anymore. It's rapidly becoming the backbone of modern energy logistics. But capturing a piece of that massive pie, that requires a fundamental shift in how these businesses actually operate. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to ask yourself a serious question. If you are running a logistics company today, are you really still managing the transport of highly volatile, explosive liquids using outdated 1990s legacy systems, or worse, manual spreadsheets? It sounds completely crazy when you put it like that, right? Yet so many operations still function exactly this way. In a market moving at literal lightning speed, manual scheduling and fragmented communication are exactly what will leave a business in the dust. The old paradigm for scaling a fuel delivery business was pretty straightforward, but it was deeply flawed. The idea was just add more trucks. You want more revenue, buy more vehicles, hire more drivers, and just eat those massive capital expenditures. But we are challenging that outdated premise today. The new way, really the only way, to achieve sustainable, profitable growth in 2026 is by building a resilient, tech-enabled digital ecosystem. It is all about working smarter, not just heavier. To get us there, we've distilled 7 crucial industry lessons into a really cohesive 5-step masterclass: the 2026 fuel economy, building a tech foundation, supercharging fleet operations, scaling B2B partnerships, and mastering search everywhere visibility. Let's jump right in. Section 1, the 2026 fuel economy. Let's see how industry pioneers are completely redefining success. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what they're doing. Pioneers like Filld and FuelBuddy are moving data, not just fuel. The contrast between them and the rest of the market is stark. Look at this. While the industry average for delivery time sits at a sluggish 45 to 60 minutes, top performers are slashing that to under 30 minutes. Fleet utilization jumps from a mediocre 62% to over 85%. And customer retention, it skyrockets from 58% to a massive 82%. The secret behind this incredible ROI is simple. It's a 94% tech adoption rate among the leaders. Moving into phase 2, building a tech foundation. This is where top performers treat tech as a core asset, not just an add-on. Like I said, top performers treat custom applications as the very engine of their growth. It's not an afterthought. In fact, checking out this 2025 client benchmark data, a whopping 73% of fuel delivery companies utilizing custom apps are scaling at least 40% faster than those relying on standard legacy systems. When your technology is custom built to handle your specific logistical bottlenecks, your capacity for rapid growth just expands exponentially. So, what makes these custom apps so incredibly powerful? Well, they utilize specific growth levers that totally transform the customer experience. We're talking about FuelBuddy-like models offering one-tap ordering or predictive refueling alerts that actually notify a client before they run out of fuel. Add in seamless digital receipts with expense integration, and you've got a winner. These aren't just flashy features. These are the exact conveniences driving that massive 82% customer retention rate we talked about earlier. Make it frictionless, and they'll never leave. Let's look at a real-world application of this. In a recent case study, Filld invested heavily in a proprietary dispatch platform featuring real-time IoT tracking. The results? Just wild. They drastically reduced their manual scheduling work by 50%. And at the exact same time, they increased their delivery density by a staggering 35%. They're getting far more done in tighter geographic areas with significantly less administrative headache. Let's move to phase 3 and see how this builds out. Supercharging fleet operations. All right, shifting our focus to the back end of the business. According to data from McKinsey, firms that adopt cloud-based SaaS dispatch systems report a massive 29% reduction in operational costs. Why? Because these cloud-based platforms allow fuel companies to scale their multi-location management and automate their billing without needing heavy, expensive, upfront IT infrastructure. You're basically getting enterprise-grade tools without the enterprise-grade hardware costs.
Getting those cost reductions and boosting fleet utilization from 68% up to that elite 85% threshold requires exact AI-driven operational steps. First off, it requires dynamic routing that actively adjusts based on real-time traffic and fluctuating fuel demand. Second, it utilizes predictive maintenance alerts, so you're fixing trucks before they break down and totally ruin a delivery route. And third, it involves intelligent load balancing across all vehicles, making sure no single truck is overworked while another just sits idle.
Which brings us to Section 4, scaling through B2B partnerships. Now, what's really interesting about this is how we shift from internal optimization outward to revenue expansion. Real scale means securing enterprise fleets. We're talking about construction sites, massive logistics hubs, and large-scale agriculture that need reliable off-site fueling. Benchmark surveys actually reveal that companies securing stable B2B fuel contracts grow 2.1 times faster than those relying solely on B2C models. It makes sense, right? B2B offers stable, recurring revenue and a massive volume that consumer driveways simply cannot match. But, and there's always a but, scaling into enterprise B2B introduces a whole lot of messy, migraine-inducing regulatory complexity. To win these big contracts, fuel delivery companies must offer fleet managers powerful B2B tracking portals. These custom software solutions integrate directly with government APIs to automate things like fuel tax reporting or log complex environmental safety audits. They also let clients easily track usage and set budgets. Bottom line, if you solve their massive compliance headaches through your software, you win their long-term business. Finally, entering our last phase, mastering search everywhere visibility in a zero-click world. Because here is the harsh reality. Having the best tech stack and fleet operations won't matter one bit if no one can actually find you in today's digital landscape. Welcome to Search Everywhere Optimization. By 2026, relying solely on traditional Google searches is a guaranteed losing strategy. You have to future-proof your business by being visible on AI assistants like ChatGPT and Gemini, on professional social platforms like LinkedIn, and deep within industry forums. In this AI-driven discovery landscape, users often get their answers directly from the AI without ever clicking a link. This means brand mentions, citations, and topical authority matter infinitely more than standard website clicks. So to actually gain that AI visibility, businesses have to build dedicated topical content hubs. According to the experts, you need to absolutely own the conversation around specific strategic topics. By publishing authoritative content on things like fuel delivery app development, fleet logistics sauce, and sustainable energy delivery, you're signaling to AI models that your brand is the definitive industry leader. When an enterprise fleet manager asks their AI for the best fuel logistics partner, your brain needs to be the exact answer that AI provides. So, the absolutely crucial point to take away from all this is that scaling in modern logistics isn't about buying more trucks anymore. It is entirely about embracing digital transformation. As the saying goes, the future belongs to those who innovate today. Are you going to continue relying on manual systems, or will you apply these lessons, build a robust tech foundation, and truly command your market? It's time to challenge your current operations, upgrade your tech stack, and make sure your business is the one leading the charge, not getting left behind. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep innovating.